So about a month ago, a client reached out to me requesting a pretty difficult task. They asked if I could create a Super Bowl commercial within 24 hours. So of course, I said yes. So today I'm going to run you behind the scenes, show you what my thought process is like with each stage of the edit. And of course, if you want to help out, leaving a like on this video really does help support the channel. It helps me continue to create things like this. All right, let's step behind the scenes.
I want a three-legged dog named Tripod. We are on set. I have my film gear of choice, which is a Ronin RS2. Reasons behind that is because today's gonna go a little fast. We have about 2 hours to film a 30-second spot that's going to go on local TV before the Super Bowl or during the Super Bowl. We've already done our scouting. Now it's trying to do some in-camera scouting, make sure all my lighting and stuff is decent, and yeah, going from there. So I like the light that adds. This is heavily diffused. It's a 1/4 Pro Mist, and it creates a really good look. I do like that light, but I don't want it to be out of control. All right, Mary Ryan, you can walk in for me. So I'm thinking of something like this, Grace. Mary Ryan, step back one more time for me, because I do enjoy that framing. But you see how the light is soft?
I like that.
And that is the fusion, and I can show you what it looks like with it off. It's like, it'll be really aggressive.
No, I like this.
You can walk in. So I'm thinking about a walk in for one shot. Every shot we do is most likely going to have 3 angles to it.
Great.
So I'm gonna have to do everything at a wide, a mid, and a close up, just because we don't have a one-to-one storyboard to go off of.
Okay.
So I wanna make sure I have enough coverage.
I agree.
So here, the biggest thing is exposure and focus, which I think we can nail both with this particular setup. And I want a little bit of movement. All right, let's do a test shot. You can walk around the corner in 3, 2, 1. Okay, can we do that one more time? Focus is good. Walk is good. Okay, all right. How I pan for him walking in, I will pan for him walking out. Say again? Yeah, I'll do that in a second. Whenever we get to this particular shot, I'll probably have it backed up.
All right, we are back here in the studio and I want to show you what the finished product looked like. Since we were really tight on time, we used a voiceover to convey any critical information that the customer needed to know about the brand.
A memory is worth 1,000 moments, and family is worth generations of tradition and pride. It's more than a piece of equipment. It's a piece of your family. Parish Tractor. We're more than a tractor store. Stop by Parish Tractor to experience the new Kubota L Series today. Kubota L Series, available now at Parish Tractor.
So yeah, let's break this thing down from the niche idealization stages up until like color choices and gear and equipment. When the client came to me, it was basically up to me to scout the location that we had chose and figure out which angles and everything would be best for the actual like storyboard they had. We had a very loose outline. We knew that an old father would walk into his barn, see a picture of him and his wife, you know, reminisce on it a little bit and get to work on his Kubota tractor. Then years later, his son would come in, look at the same old photo, reflect on his family, reflect on everything that happened up to that point, and go to work on his brand new Kubota tractor. Overall, just showing that the line of Kubota and the main company Parrish, that they intertwine through generations. That was the overall idea of the video. We knew the location would be an old barn, so it was up to me to kind of make this theory and this dream into a real commercial. All right, let's break down the gear that I used to get this thing done. Since it was such a run and gun commercial, everything was really, really light. I used the Sony FX3, the Ronin RS2 gimbal, the Sigma 35mm 1.4, and Pro-Mist filters. I wanted everything to feel real and natural, so we ended up using all the natural light in the barn. Thankfully, the barn had doors we could swing open and close, and lots of windows that let in just the perfect amount of light. When it came to color in the edit, color played a huge part in separating the two generations. The older generation was warm, desaturated, it felt a bit more vintage. The younger guy, the newer generation, was really saturated, really vivid, bringing the world to today's time. So that is a way you can use color in your videos to help convey emotion, to help convey era and time. Just really something to think about when you're going forward with your edits. When it came to editing and pacing, that was definitely the hard part. This worked really, really well as a 60-second commercial. But the Super Bowl spots are expensive and we didn't have 60 seconds to work with. So cutting this commercial into two separate pieces, fading to black in between to kind of convey the passage of time, was the most effective use of our storytelling elements. 30 seconds was tight, but I believe with the voiceover, the color change, and all of the quick cuts, I believe we ended up conveying all the information that we needed to within the time constraints that we had. If I make an extended version of this, I may do so on my website. It would be kind of fun to have a full-length version, but for right now, it's definitely staying 30 seconds. And lastly, when it came to music was super simple. We used Soundstripe for commercial video licensing because Soundstripe is royalty-free. I'm not sponsored by them, but it was really, really easy and convenient, especially on the short time constraints that we had, to just be able to be like, hey, I'm gonna license this song. Here's all the information that you need. Thank you, because everything is super simple. Now, one of the big things that may extend your timetable, revisions. For us, we got really, really lucky. We kind of nailed this thing within the first or second edit. I sent everything in and it was pretty much really well received. All that was needed was the logos for the brands and the taglines. And yeah, it just kind of worked out. So all in all, we were able to get this thing shot, edited, and sent into the client and approved within 24 hours. And it was definitely a journey. Definitely something that was a great story to be told. That's why I'm here telling it to you. It was an experience, and I think for the time we had and what we created, it turned out really well, and everything just worked out in the end pretty seamlessly. But yeah, with that all being said, that's all I have for you today, guys. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you loved it, consider subscribing, because I'm gonna bringing you more content just like this every week. So you guys stay safe, you're loved, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.